Picture this. It's 10 million years ago. You aren't a human yet. You're a primitive ape. You're starving, and you're stuck in a tree. The good fruit, the fresh, crisp stuff up top, has already been eaten by the alpha primates. All that's left for you are the mushy, overripe fruits that have fallen to the damp forest floor. They smell weird. They smell pungent, sharp, and slightly sweet. To any normal animal, that smell means one thing: poison. The fruit is decaying. Wild yeast has consumed the sugar and excreted ethanol. In plain English, it's naturally fermenting, but your stomach is growling. You're desperate, so you take a bite anyway. And suddenly, you don't feel so hungry anymore. In fact, you feel fantastic. Your brain is buzzing, the terrifying shadow of that nearby saber-toothed cat doesn't seem so scary, and you've just unlocked a massive cheat code for survival. Welcome to the Drunken Monkey Hypothesis. Biologists discovered that right around this time, a single genetic mutation occurred in our ancestors, the ADH4 enzyme. This mutation made our bodies 40 times faster at breaking down alcohol than other primates. Other animals ate the rotting fruit, got completely incapacitated, and became easy lunch for predators. Our ancestors ate the fruit, processed the toxins safely, kept the massive calorie boost, and walked away with a mild buzz. It was a massive evolutionary win. We didn't develop a taste for alcohol because we liked to party. We developed it because it kept us alive during a food crisis. For over a century, mainstream history taught a very neat, boring story. Humans settled down, invented agriculture to grow wheat, baked bread, and used the leftover grain to brew beer. But recently, archaeologists looked closer at the timeline and realized we had it completely backward. Look at Göbekli Tepe in modern-day Turkey. It's an 11,000-year-old stone temple built by hunter-gatherers before anyone was farming. And inside the massive stone troughs at the site, archaeologists found high traces of calcium oxalate, the telltale chemical signature of brewing beer. Think about it. Bread is an absolute nightmare to make when you don't have tools. You have to harvest wild grain, manually grind it into flour, knead it, build an oven, and bake it. Beer, you just crush some wild grain into a tub of rainwater, walk away for a few days, and let wild yeast do the heavy lifting. As humans built bigger communities, they ran into a devastating structural flaw: where to put all the waste. For thousands of years, if you drank water from a local river near a human settlement, you were essentially playing Russian roulette with cholera, dysentery, and typhoid. Water was a biological weapon. So, what did everyone drink instead? Alcohol. The fermentation process didn't just create alcohol. It created an environment where deadly pathogens couldn't survive. Wine and beer were the only reliably sterile liquids available to mankind. This means for vast stretches of human history, everyone, from Egyptian pyramid builders to toddlers in colonial Europe, was drinking low-alcohol small beer from sunrise to sunset. It wasn't an addiction. It was the only way to avoid dying of dehydration. Think about the collective mental state of our world up until the 1600s. The entire population of the Western world was operating under a permanent, mild sedative. Everyone was just a little bit tipsy, sluggish, and relaxed all day long. And then came the global introduction of coffee and tea. For the first time in millennia, the human race swapped out a depressant for a powerful stimulant. People stopped starting their mornings with a beer and started them with caffeine. It is not a coincidence that the sudden global shift toward coffee houses perfectly aligns with the scientific revolution and the Age of Enlightenment. We didn't suddenly get smarter. We just finally sobered up. So the next time you look at a modern city skyline, a complex machine, or an absolute breakthrough in technology, remember that we didn't build this modern world out of pure, calculated logic. We built it because our ancestors were desperately chasing a safe drink,